Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, even I can notice. Yeah, thanks, Ratnesh.
Thank you. Now we
We
are
miss you
live.
in the
Yeah.
frame, but we are glad that you are around.
I saw I got so involved in listening to you that I forgot to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
live on stage.
And similarly,
Yeah.
I was also, I was too much
Yeah.
in the talk. Yeah. So, so I was today recapping almost and trying to think, that during the COVID times when we all are going through a lot of millions of emotions and struggles, I guess a little challenging zone for all of us. I was also reading some 75-year-old auntie somewhere. She was also saying that we have seen all in our life, but never thought that we'll also see this something like this called pandemic. And I was
Okay.
that was making yeah and that was making me think that even in this scenario, when there are millions of talks happening on how do we calm ourselves down, or how do we meditate, or how do we increase our immunity, or how do we physically stay very very fit, uh, considering the fact that all of these things are extremely important in this time. uh, I really, kind of enjoyed how we began with our first part of, uh, how do we deal with the anxious or anxiety or little fear or more fear of a child in during this COVID time, beginning with the first thought of being absolutely genuine to our own feelings first. And mm, I was also thinking that there are so many emotions that I feel, just in one day. And how many times am I actually being, very, very true to my emotion and not trying to do something with it? Not, of course, it really, we are not trying to say that you should not do anything or you should do something about it. but the point is that,
Doing and
yeah.
not doing is the choice. So both are
Yeah,
the
yeah,
choice. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. First, are we really, feeling the complete emotion, whatever we are feeling, even if it is a
Yeah.
pain or even if it is anxiety? And I think the second part was also very essential, where we talked about uh, the moment we start feeling or being genuine to our own emotions, how we somewhere it leads us, or how we automatically also come closer to the acceptance part of it, that how we just realizing that this is what I'm feeling right now, and I have a choice to do something with it, and I also have a choice to just stay the way it is, kinds
Yeah.
will automatically bring I think this idea itself has always been very liberating for me. The moment I think from the window where that I have a choice, it automatically I start feeling that, yes, I am in charge, and I just have a choice, kinds. I
Yeah.
mean, so yeah. So I think the second part was very, very important and essential, that we where we talked about acceptance, and now, okay, I mean, we are very genuine about our feelings, and we have accepted the feeling also that this is what it is, and I think a lot of time, we once we are with this process, uh, we also try and look at this similar kind of situation when the child also is feeling something, behaving little indifferent, or sharing, or something like that. And I think the moment I am little conscious or aware of how this process is happening within me, I think it helps me to connect with the
With the
child
child.
also. Yeah. And also, the second session I feel was very important, because it also simply tells me that the child have a choice to decide whether the child really wants to do something about it or no, whether the
Yeah.
child really wants to stay with that, whether child is requiring time, or he's demanding, or he something like that. I was just thinking on all of these lanes, how just first two steps are enabling us, or maybe helping us to connect with a child's feeling during all this
Ye-
time.
Yeah, so interestingly, Vishruti, now that you say that, okay, now I have a choice to get anxious or not anxious. Now, now suppose I have chosen to be anxious. I have chosen to be fearful. Okay. Then what do I do? Then what do I do as a parent?
Yeah, that's. I think that's the best part is that we begin from here. That what do I
Yeah.
do?
What do I
And
do now?
yeah, what do I do now? But I think I really want to emphasize on this part that we generally begin from here, but it might really help all of us if we also try and look at things from beginning from there, then come here to just connect with the whole process. I'm not saying that maybe
Yeah.
that's the only
So,
way.
even though whatever I'm genuine, child is genuine. Child is now choosing to be fearful, and then comes that somewhere this need to fix that anxiety,
Yeah, yeah.
fix that fear, for some of the beliefs and images which we have about these. We did talk a little bit about these beliefs and images in our first and second session, that uh, now if the child is choosing to not get anxious or saying, "Okay, it's okay, it's fine, it's happening around in the world, it's okay, it's happening to people around me, and I'm fine with it, I'm also fine, as a parent, I'm also fine that my child is fine with what's happening around." But if my child says that I'm now anxious, I'm feeling fearful, I'm feeling, what if it comes to us? What if, even if it has come and some of us have gone through it? So even though, how we will deal with it, or something wrong will happen in the family, and kind of a thing. So like the other day, my son was telling that, you know yeah, you'll be alive until you have COVID. And I was telling, oh, okay, so everybody who's having it's COVID. So he said, yeah, means, you have the chance, kind of a thing. So that's how he is looking, so fragile, the life at this moment,
Yeah.
that it can happen, people are coming out of it, so you can come out or you may not come out of it, kind of a thing. So now that he's not anxious, at least he didn't say that. It was just a matter of this expression where we were talking, which we will talk a little more about in this session, is that so now the child is anxious, the child is fearful. He's just not expressing, but he's actually feeling that, okay, something goes wrong with me, with my family. I lose out, or even though health wise, or kind of a thing. So possibly the next reaction, or next need, or next desire is, I think we lost Shruti. She might, yeah, she might reconnect. Yeah, are you there? Can you hear me, Shruti? We lost you in between.
Yeah,
I can hear
I
you
even,
now. Yeah,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
I just missed you. Yeah, just I think the last line. If you repeat it, it should.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that now the next desire or next need is to fix that anxiety, because we don't want our
Yeah,
children to stay with anxiety. But if I say that, actually, when we are trying to fix the child, or when we are desiring that, things should be normal, in a way we are telling the child that the child is not capable of taking care of his own emotions. I'm the one who can fix it. And this whole concept of empathy goes for a toss. I actually start pitying the child, because and I'm using the word consciously, pitying, because we don't like the word pity for its image and its meaning, kind of thing. But if you see, the moment we are taking that whole anxiety on us, with an assumption that, or with the belief that, oh, we have again lost. Can you hear me, Vishruti?
I can hear you
Yeah.
on Instagram. I think I lost you a little on Facebook. If you have two different connection, maybe you can check the Facebook wala connection. I think you were fine on
Uh,
Instagram last
my
time.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I think yeah. Looks fine on Facebook for me too. Uh,
Okay,
okay,
you can
let's see
continue.
how
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, so in a way we are telling the child that you are not capable of taking care of your own emotions. It's me who will fix it for you. You cannot
Yeah.
fix it. And when I'm taking your worries on my head, I'm telling you, or I'm possibly as a parent is somewhere giving this message to the child that you are not capable of taking care of your emotions. Yeah.
I,
uh,
I also want to mention here, sorry if you stick to your point, but
no, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
uh, I very well remember in one of your session, you and Ratnesh, you were together, and some discussion was happening, and Ratnesh said that whenever the child is crying and we are trying to calm down, or asking the child how do you want to heal, or calm yourself, or how do you want to stop crying, or whatever, something like that. And at that time, you mentioned a very, very profound thing. At least it has stayed within me, and it will stay forever, maybe. You say that we are still with the sympathy that I have within me. We are sympathetic to the child, but we are still not there, with the child's feeling kinds. And
Yeah.
when you say that, I thought so much after that, that yeah, can I really feel the pain? Let's say if the child has broken the toy, and if he's just crying simply because he's broken the toy, can I ever feel the pain of a child where the toy is broken, the kind of a pain he's feeling? Because he share a
Yeah.
very different kind of connection with that toy. And I
True.
constantly kept asking me that I think I can never put myself in his shoes and say that, oh, I can understand that what you're feeling. No, I can never. I think, and then I realized that yeah, when I'm trying to say anything to my child in that situation, I'm still with my own emotion, and I'm not with
Yeah. Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you just mentioned this, I wanted to say this. Sorry. Yeah.
True, true. No, no, you brought a quite a beautiful thing that can I ever feel somebody else's pain? Yeah, I cannot. I cannot duplicate that pain for myself because I'm
Yeah.
different and you are different. But I can understand your point of view. I
Yeah.
can understand your perspective, and and then there's so many other things. I can listen to you, I can interact with you, I can talk more about it. I can talk about my pain, or maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
in different situations, but I cannot feel the pain the way you are feeling, and that's not the idea. Yeah. Why would I like to feel? It's already, the pain is there. Why do I need to double the pain? First I
Yeah.
duplicate it, then I double it, kind of a thing, and then both of us are in pain. That's not the idea. The idea is that, yeah, I'm there with you. I'm able to connect with your perspectives, your point of view. It's like, when two people have different opinions, it's not about debate, or it's not about two different sides who are trying to kind of fight it out. It's just that two different perspectives, it's just the two different points, it's point of view. It's like two different choices. You and me have a different color choice, you and me have a different food choice, and similarly there are just different perspectives. The way
Yeah.
I look at it, a broken toy is different, and the way you look at it, a broken toy is different. The way you feel about it is different, and the way I feel about it is different. Yeah. So the way
Absolutely.
I feel about anxiety and COVID is can be different, even though the word is same, the anxiety. Yeah. My
Yeah.
anxiety will not be same as your anxiety. I
Yeah.
might,
Yeah.
as a child, I might have anxiety. My,
Aditi, sorry. I think I lost you on Facebook. You are
oh,
back now.
okay.
Would you like to change some connection, the Facebook connection? You want to shift,
Um,
or it is okay?
no, no, I think that's the only connection I have right now.
That's okay. Then let's continue. Yeah.
unless,
I think,
unless, yeah. Let's see, if it is too difficult, then I will shift to the data. Yeah. As if now, let's move ahead
yeah, yeah.
with that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
She's saying in the Facebook we have an issue. Facebook is this one,
Yeah,
right?
Facebook is still you're frozen. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'll ask other people to close their devices so I get the full bandwidth. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, you
yeah.
were saying
Uh,
something.
Tell me if it goes back again, then I'll change the data. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So I was telling that your anxiety, your
Yeah, yeah, your
anxiety will
anxiety
be
and my anxiety.
different, and my anxiety will be different. My anxieties might be as a parent, the word anxious and the word COVID and the one pandemic and one problem. It can be relatives, it can be financial, it can be, uh, uh, you know even a simple thing that I have to do the whole household work by myself, so that itself
Yeah,
is very stressful for many of us, kind of thing.
yeah,
But for the
yeah,
child, anxiety is different. Say maybe exams, maybe the school, maybe not meeting the friends, maybe closed in one house or for so many days haven't seen people around. Maybe a fear of losing the adult figures. If
yeah,
I'm listening
yeah,
and the
yeah,
people are
yeah,
losing lives, kind of thing. So the anxieties are different. So we really can't feel that anxiety because that's somebody else's anxiety.
yeah,
But I can be in sync with your point of view about that. Yeah, but it's neither a big deal about it nor a small deal. It's no deal about it. It's just that you and your anxiety, and it's just that me and my anxiety. And that's the reason I don't think I can fix your anxiety. I can fix my anxiety. I can't fix your anxiety.
yeah. I think this is something fundamental that we all, need to experience maybe first. I don't want to, I don't want to say that we need to learn. I think we need to experience this, that we really can't do anything about how the other person feels. Yeah.
Yeah. We can't. Okay, we can actually do, but we can't fix it because that fixing is not my choice. Yeah,
Yeah. True.
fixing remains with the person. But however, as a parent, I think we can do many different things to develop that skill. Yeah. Many of the time, we are also afraid when we hear things like the child is feeling fearful, child is feeling anxious, child is feeling stressed, child is feeling depressed. And I'm using many of these negative feelings because these negative feelings brings a lot of anxiety in us as an adult, that
Yeah.
it should not happen. Why my child is going through all this, or a kind of a thing, because we are just moving around those feelings only, and then somewhere we just want to fix that feeling. But if you ask me, if we expand it, and if we zoom out and we come out of, okay, don't come out, if we just zoom out and then see that if we can create different possibilities to get that power is already there inside me. Maybe just realize that the power is inside me by doing many different things. Like for example, we watch these news, the newspapers, the social media, even
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
This is all full of news about that, how people either suffering or people have stories,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
what's happening around. Yeah. So the one way is to do nothing about it. Another way is to talk more about it. Yeah. Not talk more about in the sense that what's happening, but talk more in the sense of, okay, what's your opinion? If you were in that place, what you would have done it. Yeah. What are you thinking when you listen about it? What is that? Maybe in past few days you have heard something which has made you either feel difficult, or feel excited about it, or feel hopeful about something. Yeah. What I'm asking you is that to bring those conversations. And remember, these conversations can happen with any age child, anybody who is talking, anybody who is watching these news and reading and listening and seeing things happening. is feeling something, is thinking something, has some point of view on what's happening, what I'm seeing. Yeah. I'm asking you to bring those conversations. So you saw this, so you heard this, you got to know about it, or this we happened in our family. So bring, it's this is the time for um, uh, you know uh, I'm saying the anxiety is just one part of it. Yeah. If we get entangled that the child is anxious, child is feeling fearful, I need to do something about it, I need to fix it, I need to protect my child, then I say it becomes very small, a kind of thing where I'm just trying to struggle. What if I just zoom out and then say, okay, let us talk more about, let us see that how can we expand this whole a scope of anxiety. I'm saying that by bringing different and here we are talking about empathy, we are talking about developing that power within the child, which which can empower the child to fix it by themselves.
Hmm. uh, okay.
Yeah, so normally when we talk about these episodes or events or news, we talk more about our own anxiety. We talk
Yeah.
through our own anxiety, our own beliefs about it. Either we have an opinion that all this is not true, or whatever, it's all nothing to worry about it, or this is how I look at it, which is fine. But how about consciously bringing conversation about the child's opinion on this? Yeah. It can be
Yeah.
different opinion, or even
I'm
if the child
sure.
has a one opinion. Yeah, even if the child has one kind of opinion, I can bring a different perspective. I can play the devil's role now. Yeah, if the child says that this must be really painful for the person, then I can bring a different perspective. What else apart from the painful? How somebody how people deal with pain? Is that everybody crumple, or people deal with pain in different ways? How do you deal with pain when suppose your toy breaks, or you fall sick? How do you deal with yourself, or what is that goes in your mind when you're feeling sick, kind of thing? So um, I'm recollecting the example which you were talking last time, that when you spoke to your friend and
Yeah.
she's going through a tough time, and that now falls onto you. That brings anxiety in you. That's one choice. Yeah, this is, I mean, anxiety is coming to you, absolutely fine. But now can we also look at it differently? Maybe we can have a conversation with our child that auntie is feeling this, and that's happening in their life. And what do you think when you hear about it? What is going in your mind? What do you think auntie must be going through? What do you think the child must be going through? And what I'm saying is that just bringing these conversation to give. Oh, okay. Let me just check. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I'm back.
uh,
You are back. Yeah, you are back. Yeah,
am
you
I there? Is it
yeah,
just
I think. Yeah, yeah.
going and coming?
Yeah, yeah. It is just going and coming. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I think then.
At least you two should be able to hear you.
ठीक है. Yeah.
So
So I
yeah,
think, yeah,
let's start
yeah.
from
So
there.
I'll
I
pause a
think
little.
this is a not talk about it kinds at all. And the similar thing, I think, and I when I got COVID, I was also very cool. I mean, cool in the sense I was okay with it. I decided that I will only go with the flow, only listen to doctor and all that. But I never thought that. Yeah, I mean, if I because the moment I started realizing that, the more I was listening all this, the more people were talking about it, it was bringing more and more fear and anxiety within me. And then I think my days were just, so that was the kind of choice that I made, that if somebody is talking about it, people are discussing, I will go in another room and I will do something else. But so um, but one thing which I would say that I thought about in this time was how we all are looking at this one phenomena called death, and how what it is doing to us, what it is bringing us, and all that. So when you were mentioning about that, we can discuss about it, we can know more about it. Simple, very beautiful question, that how are you feeling about it? The moment I ask, this is what the happening is in this family, or this is happening with this person, what if that happens to you, how are you going to deal with it, or something. I think, yeah, somewhere it's very empowering, and it's I feel that it's more of a life preparation or something like that. We just start thinking in that direction, which we generally choose not to. And I personally feel, when you were talking about all this, it's a very conscious choice that you are talking about, that we can make a very conscious choice of discovering what is within us, in terms of emotions, in terms of preparation, in terms of fear, in terms of dealing with situations. So I think that's how I have perceived and I have understood what you are trying to say. And um, and I think it's um, I would like to personally mention this here, that uh, it's quite different. What Aditi, what you are saying is quite different than how just people randomly talk. This person passed away, and this many numbers are there, and yeah, that is there. I mean, the facts that the world is sharing with us, it is there. But I think what you are talking about is more of how we are internalizing, or how we are
Yeah,
taking those things within us. So
yeah, yeah.
I see a very beautiful, opportunity, at least for me, to look at this entire scenario from this window, where um, it's not about realizing the fact that yes, it is there, and then a kind of making a very conscious choice, that how I want to deal with this, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
So
not only about receiving, it's about what is this receiving doing to me. Yeah. And
yeah,
if I can bring that interaction, uh, and also remember this receiving is doing something to the child also.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
if I can bring, then I'm understanding my point of view, and then I don't know, it's understanding or at least knowing. Yeah. Then I'm knowing my point of view, and then I'm knowing child's point of view also. And I'm also creating that space. I'm also creating that environment where the child is, even if not expressing to me, but child is thinking, okay, there are different point of view, there are different ways of looking at things. This is my way of looking at it, this is someone else's way of looking at. Even if the child is not expressing in these form, this is my point of view, it's technical terms kind of a thing.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the child is receiving that there are different point of view, or maybe there are same point of view. In some you might have the same point of view of something, but the idea is this invitation where we can talk about different perspective. And empathy doesn't talk anything else about anything other than understanding somebody else's point of view. Yeah. Yeah. So even if you
Yeah,
keep the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
understanding part aside, even if I'm not able to understand your point of view, but I can know your point of view. That itself is the
yeah,
beginning. That we can move on, kind of a thing. Then and then and then as an adult, I don't need to fix you. Uh, because your fixing also has a different way of doing it, or my fixing has a different way of doing it.
yeah,
I'm available. I'm available any which way, whichever way, to talk, to listen, to even support, to guide, to in many different ways I'm available, which I think child is aware, child, or even if the child is not aware, I can share that. But yeah, so I'm not saying the COVID is a good news, but I'm saying maybe if we can look at it, the anxiety is a good news. Right? Okay, fine. Now I have a chance and I
yeah,
have a space to talk about it. Maybe a lot of different views are going around about everything. Yeah. So now I have a
yeah,
chance to create that conversation with the child, that okay, what's your, or maybe, and we are not talking about to fix this thing in a day. Whichever day the child is anxious, or the child is feeling depressed, or the child is showing the withdrawal symptoms, or child is throwing say behaviorally throwing some tantrums, and then we feel that maybe the child is feeling anxious right now. It's not that only that time we do something to fix it. It's a
yeah. I think this is
it's a
very important.
constant process. It's a continuous journey. Today there is a COVID, tomorrow there will be something else, or maybe nothing will be there. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's like food. Not that only during COVID we need to take care of our health. We need to take before, after, or
Yeah,
maybe a lot many years till we are alive, kind of
yeah,
a thing.
yeah,
So similarly, I think these things are not something which we need to fix it for one particular incident or one particular event happening around. Yeah, it's there. So there are many other things which we can look into when we talk about, say, developing empathetic approach, or empowering the child to deal with his own whichever feeling the child is. A simple thing, environment where we are able to create that awareness about the identifying the feelings, that this is what
yeah,
I'm feeling right now. Sharing stories, getting people's point of view, even things like resolving conflicts. When we have conflicts within family or within a kind of a thing, when I'm conflict is nothing else but different point of view.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I can convert that opportunity into understanding emotions, into understanding opinions, into understanding different ways of dealing something. I can also it's like they say, zoom out your concern. Yeah. I can also move out of my anxiety or my immediate thing. I can move out and say, what's the world is going through, what may be happening, this group of people, what may be happening to this part of the society, kind of a thing. I can get involved in somehow, this word social work doesn't sound very great, or has a very great image, kind of a social worker kind of a thing. But I see a lot more value in being part of the community, contributing in different forms, um, um,
I
participating. All these things are bringing that, okay, there are different ways of doing different things. Yeah, sorry, Vishruti, you
yeah,
were
yeah,
saying
yeah.
something.
I think before you reach to, or we go on the subject where we are talking about what we can, what we can contribute or do. I want to bring two very important points here. That please understand that sympathy and empathy are two extremely different things, and sometimes I very prominently see this thing prevailing, and at least in my surrounding, I see a lot of people, uh, you know, uh, like connecting this to, as if like the moment they have a sympathy for the child, they would say that I'm empathetic to the child. And I think. Uh, I think we really, 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 really need to separate this two. And because how I look at it is that sympathy is somewhere I am still judging or trying to, see the overall scenario and trying to bring something which is within me. And I think what Aditi is talking about here, being empathetic, bringing that empathy in the connection with your child, is more of staying with child's perspective, or staying with what the child is feeling. I'm again not saying that we are feeling what
Yeah.
the child is feeling, but staying, and I think in connection with the child's feeling. So I think this is something, if itna bhi matlab ho jaye to काफी है.
Yeah, I think
And
what you're saying is makes a lot of sense. Staying with it, yeah, not fixing it, but
हाँ
staying
हाँ
with
हाँ,
the child,
yeah.
and then move on from there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And another thing which I wanted to bring here in this conversation, which when we are talking about what do we do with these scenarios, okay, we are genuine, okay, we accepted the feeling, now what? So I think this is only possible if we just discard all the images that we have tagged with few of our emotions, particularly that this is negative. Like when
yeah.
so a lot of time I see very prominently when I address Vedat and say that I know that you really want to hurt me, right? And somebody who is sitting there would say he's angry on me, and I would ask him that you want to hurt me, right? So somebody will say, no, why would he like to hurt you? And I'm like, why he can't? He's angry, he's unhappy with me, and so I want to hurt you. Or I sometimes I also use that. Okay, so I think this. I think right now this is on my ego, and somebody will discard that and say that no, that's not your ego. And I will say, I am telling you that this is on my ego. I mean, so, but
Yeah.
I somehow feel that even if when I'm saying anxious, the most of the time we jump is that everybody jumps is that the gyan that it's okay if you feel anxious, or no, what is there to be so much worried about, or whatever. I think the first thing what we can do just is just be okay. I mean, just be okay with the fact that yes, I can feel like hurting somebody. Yes, I can feel like taking things on my self image or on my ego and say that no, I don't want to do it simply because I don't want to do it, hence, which is like, it's okay. I mean, so I really want to bring these 2 points prominently, because this discussion will it should make sense once we have made peace with the fact that there are as such no negative feelings and
Yeah.
positive feelings. I think Aditi said something extremely beautiful, that not the COVID, but yes, anxiety may be a good news, because this is giving us an opportunity to understand um, how how we are looking at anxiety, how we
Yeah.
are choosing to deal with this anxiety, how we are every time we are making a choice to deal with this kind of emotions, what are the kind of choices that we are making? Because I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
very, very subconscious, and most of the time we just do what the others are doing. Like I shared very, very openly and very honestly with you that I try to just shut the conversation. And I think, yeah, every time that I'm doing that, maybe I'm also not looking at the opportunity that this entire scenario has um, brought
Yeah. Yeah.
for all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
So,
And interestingly, when if you take the opposite feeling when the child is excited, I'm staying with it.
yeah.
So as an adult, I have the capability to stay with child. I just need to.
Yeah.
I just just need to look at the different images I have about excitement as well as say anxious or anxiety kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I will say in both the cases, I can still child's excitement and my excitement again can be a two different things.
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So
Sometimes a lot of people tell me that you look.
you look differently excited than your son because more or less nobody knows. Yeah, because your reason for excitement would be different and his reason for excitement would be different, kind of a thing. So, so I just want to bring in this lighter note that we have the capability to stay with the excitement. So can we use the same capability to stay? Because in this excitement, we don't want to fix anything.
I think just a second. Just a second. Let's pause. We lost your.
Yeah, I think I lost you. Yeah, I think I lost you in StreamYard. Yeah, I'm there. That's okay. Now I think we can also close. Yeah, we're just moving towards the. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I just wanted to close. We have for almost 50 minutes we have been talking about this. Is that on a lighter note that we have the capability to stay with child. So and we have the because we stay when the child is excited. So now let's look at it. This what is this thought of anxiety bringing in us, and then can we create opportunities for us as well as for our children to build that empathetic approach or attitude, whatever um, you call it, and not only look at COVID or this event or any event in isolation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a continuous process which we can keep on working. A simple reflection at the end of the day where I can bring a lot of reflective questions about
Yeah.
what happened. Maybe the child is not going to school right now, but maybe what happened here, there, one thing very excited, one thing which troubled you, one thing. There are millions of
Yeah.
reflective question which I can bring. It's like a dose a day kind of.
Yeah, I think in this kind, when we are already saying that this is an opportunity to understand in this scenario, yeah, I think it may bring wonders to you. I mean, the child may share. Sometimes I feel the way I look at things, my son looks at it and from absolute different angle. He's like, okay, like, when I get angry or something, like when I shout or something, and then I say that I did shout, no, you must not have liked it. So it's okay,
It's okay.
yeah, it's okay. And
I don't
and
even remember. I don't even remember.
yeah.
You shout? Oh, okay. I don't remember. I was playing. I was busy playing.
So yeah, I think so in
Yeah.
this scenario, when you yourself are so stuck with your own perspectives, maybe talking to your child also will bring a lot of
Yeah.
beautiful perspectives to it. Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. 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 Yes. So yeah. So thanks all of you who are listening, and I guess
Yeah,
we can make it a continuous process, not not just one event, and
yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah,
move on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think on this
And
note, sorry.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. On this note, I think we somehow could connect it more with the anxiety and less only with the COVID scenario. We are also trying to say that this scenario is there, but maybe it is trying to tell us more than what we are looking at right now from one
Yeah.
perspective, from one window. So
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
so much, Aditi. I really have to thank you from the bottom of my heart because you must have remembered my expression when And you shared an absolute different perspective. So this is going to churn a lot. The mixer is starting now. So I really have to thank you for
Thank
this.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And we
you.
will come up with
The
a new theme for the next June month. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
you were saying
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Now, I was just saying it's mutual because I think more we talk about it, more we expand ourselves. So yeah, it's beautiful to see um, things from a different perspective. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We meet again next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Yeah. With a new theme of
Yeah.
June.
With a new
Yeah.
theme now. Yeah.
Yeah. Till then,
Okay.
yeah, take care
Bye-bye.
of yourself,
Bye.
everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You can close the session on Facebook too.
Yeah, I am. Oh, I have to get used to this laptop.